And this lady helped me enormously clear past life trauma that had been carried through to this lifetime. I'm a very old soul, been around a long time. I've tracked I'm only shown past lives where I need to remember what I learned in those lives. So often people say to me when I'm helping them on their own spiritual paths, oh, there's so much to learn. I say, no, there isn't actually. There's so much to remember.
Yes, yeah. So I've actually, Many Minds, Many Masters. I just read that book by Dr. Weiss. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but
Okay.
he
Yes.
speaks to that as far as past lives and the old soul concept. So you have seen, from what you're saying, portions of your past lives. Am I correct?
Those that were relevant to what I had to do at that time.
I see. Okay.
Okay. And that's how it should be, that I'm not a great advocate of it being forced through hypnotherapy. Because sometimes people see things they're not ready to see or don't need to see, where it interferes with their journey in this lifetime.
I see.
But where it's necessary, then it is shown, and shown in the most amazing ways. But a big part of the healing that I do is clearing past life trauma. And there's a whole chapter on the book in it, actually. And where trauma from past lives is carried forward through soul memory into the present life and then manifests in this life until it's cleared. So you go back and clear what happened in that lifetime.
Oh, that's interesting. So that is fascinating because right there can see the difference between psychology, psychiatry, that route, and which, I understand where that goes, but you're right. I mean, from a shaman standpoint, how can you clear that past trauma? I mean, a shaman can only do that.
Yes. I'm not saying it depends how you label people. To give you an example, that lady doctor in America, she'd been head of her particular skill in a big American hospital. She'd chosen when she realized her gift.
Right.
She practiced on her own, and she helped me enormously. And again, someone else put me in her path, and I needed what she could do to clear me of past trauma. And in order that I could be what I'm meant to be in this life, because one has to let go of that.
Right.
And then at the end of it, she said, and there were a number of sessions, and I won't go into the details now, it would take too long. But at the end of it, she said, well, you're clear now, and you're clear to achieve your destiny.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Because she could see.
Could you, after clearing the past trauma, how did you feel before, then how did you feel after? I would love to know.
First of all, it's a time. Our bodies are made up of trillions of cellular sentient beings. Every cell has intelligence and memory.
I believe that as well.
And then what happens is when you clear a past life trauma,
yes,
someone who did something unpleasant to you, and people are so cruel throughout history, horrible things are done to you and so on, one has to go back. And what this lady doctor did was call in the appropriate archangel or angel to help. And she doesn't have to meet you, she does it on the phone. But she tunes in and sees, and then you have 21 days to release it. And she says, one thing she says, you must be nice to yourself every day. Have a treat every day. And sometimes you're just going to feel like crying.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have bad dreams. And then she went through all the steps you do when that happens. But it's that, and you actually physically change in many ways because your cellular sentient beings are changing as those bad things are taken away.
Oh, that's great.
And the thing is, when I've had a shift of consciousness, as many people call it, I feel hugely different. And I don't know who I am. And then the next morning after a sleep, I call it rebooting. And sometimes I'll deliberately go and lie down and sleep when I've had one of those.